guys, Louie here. Well, I am really excited to unbox my very first 100-ounce bar. I have never bought a 100-ounce bar before, and let's go ahead and get into this. While I'm opening this 100-ounce bar, I wanted to talk about those emus a little bit. I saw Silver Wolverine's video this morning and immediately went over to AppMex to check out the Perth Mint emus, and they were not in stock when I got there, so I put an alert on, and then I went around trying to find if they were listed anywhere else. I did find them at LPM in Hong Kong. Okay, if you want to check that out, but they require some pretty invasive information about you. But that might be okay. I also found them at Perth Mint Bullion, but I couldn't ascertain the price over there. So, you know, I waited for the AppMex alert. While I was waiting for the alert, I was making a video to give you my thoughts about this thing. And the alert came through, and as soon as the alert came through, I went over there, and they were $31.75, or about 32 bucks plus or minus. So I never actually saw them at 27 or 28, which is kind of strange because Wolverine and others somehow got them at that price. So perhaps the best strategy going forward is just be on the site and refresh your browser to see them come into stock. I think they're playing games with the alert, or they're doing the alerts in some kind of a sequence. Maybe people who put the alert sooner got the first notice. Or perhaps when I got the alert, I was just there a few seconds too late and they had gone out of stock. I think they're listing, you know, 100 lots at or something like that, so that they can sell out over and over again and then raise the price. But I think the proper price of these, as you can determine from LPM in Hong Kong, is more like 27 bucks. I think that's kind of what they're intended to sell at. And then AppMex is just doing their typical price gouging thing. So I did buy some at 32. I didn't buy that many. But anyway, I'm anxious to get those. And, you know, Perth is doing something different. I think they perhaps have recognized that the market is soft and demand is not what it used to be, and perhaps they're moving to what I'm going to dub a mini mintage kind of a model, and perhaps even away from some of the battleships like the Kookaburras and the Koalas, so forth. So look for more of this in the future, of course, as Salivate and Mr. Vegeta also said, the market's pretty saturated with collector coins. So, you know, they're moving to a new model. I think the days of the 500,000 mintage are kind of behind us until silver spikes again and becomes more popular. So, but these 25, 30,000 mintages, I like those, but I don't like them doing one after another. And from the language on the Perth Mint website, it did not appear this was a recurring series. I almost expect this to be a one-off, which I don't really like. I like recurring series because when the second coin comes out, it helps the price of the first coin. And with any luck, I've bought a lot of the first one and you know, one of the second one. That's kind of how I like to do things. So anyway, I got a few, and hopefully you didn't come too late. I don't know that I would buy them, you know, at 36. I can't say, but people will be trying to sell them at 50 bucks. I guarantee you that. Whether it sticks or not is a matter of speculation. So I got mine at 32, and that's okay. That's probably just fine. But 27 would have been a smoking deal, and I think the general public will assume that these are going to do what the Swans did. However, I doubt they will. I'm kind of hoping for these to be $50 coins, but, you know, they could wind up being $32 coins. Who knows? But on to the important stuff. What you came for is the 100-ounce bar. It was just a general eBay deal, purchased through credit card, and came within about 5 days. And, oops. I don't recall who I bought it from, but let's go ahead and take a look. It was one of the major retailers, and this is a 4-9s bar. So let's take a look at this 100 ounces. Yeah, I got it for pretty close to spot. Pretty close to spot, maybe 20 cents over spot, something like that. By the time I got my credit card rebate. And then you get it so much faster. And I know a friend of mine is waiting for me to pour something. So this is going to be pouring material. I know you guys hate that. Go ahead and leave your thumbs down now if you don't want to see me melt a 100-ounce bar. But I really like the 4.9 silver. And I might do some more of those Army Men that I did in 4.9s. I would prefer to pour in 4.9s. You get those buffaloes and whatnot, you know, the 3.9s buffaloes, and sometimes I don't even think they're that pure. So this would be my preference. Although melting this guy is going to be a bummer. We are going to melt him. But, oh my gosh, there it is. There it is. You see him poking in there? Yeah, you're in your cave, aren't you? You're in your cave. Come on out of your cave. Oh my God, look at that. Look at that, coming out of your cave. Whoop. Oh, go back in your cave. No, come on out. Woo, look at that thing. Oh man, that is beautiful. 4.9s, Royal Canadian Mint. That won't be going down the CCT slide, that's for sure. Look at that son of a... Oh, sorry kids. Oh my God, that is so beautiful. That's like a $1,700 bar or something like that. And it is a 2017 serial number, RCM. Oh, it is just so beautiful. You have no idea how heavy that is. That's my first. Man, I would love to keep that. But that's a big commitment for me. That was about half of my available funds to buy this guy. So, you know, if I'm going to pour a kilo, you know, I got to start with a sizable amount of silver. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pour a kilo. First, I'm going to put this into more manageable sizes. I'm going to use my ingot mold to move this down to a more manageable size. And I'm also going to use that propane forge because I don't have an electric melting furnace. This is about the time I wish I did. But the propane forge will work fine. It can handle something massive like this. So there it is. So that is it. There's my 100-ounce bar. I'll be doing a video on the Yago pour. So stay tuned for that. But first we got to melt this beauty. Man. Oh, that is so beautiful. Damn, that's what you call a stacking, right? But we got to keep the stack moving and working for us, not just sitting still. Okay, I'll be back at you later. Get the new crucible all set to go in the propane forge. I've seasoned that with borax, although I really didn't think that was necessary, but I saw somewhere where they recommend seasoning that with borax, so I did that this morning. It's a giant crucible. It's like a number 4 or 5 or something like that. Might be a little too big for my propane forge, actually. So it fills up a good deal of that cavity. So I'm not positive that's going to work, but I'm going to give it a try on melting this 100-ounce silver bar. So that is all set to do. I made this makeshift tong here that has a catch so that when you turn it over, you won't lose the crucible. You can't really buy tongs